Hi everyone, I'm Bluesaxplayer, and today I'm going to bring you my guide for Akali, the Fist of Shadow. I hope you enjoy it. Akali's first ability is called Mark of the Assassin. She throws one of her kamas at the enemy target to deal damage, and also giving them a mark, which then activates when you normal attack them, dealing bonus damage. This is your bread and butter ability, and should be leveled up first, apart from your ultimate, which should be leveled up whenever possible. Akali's second ability is called Twilight Shroud. This creates an area on the ground that when she stands in it, gives her bonus magic, resist and armor, and also makes her invisible. You pick this skill up at level 2, and don't max it until everything else has been maxed first. Akali's third ability is called Crescent Slash, which when activated deals damage to all enemy units around her in a circle. This ability is mainly used for sustain and lane off your spell vamp, and you max it third after your Q and R. Akali's ultimate is called Shadow Dance. This ability is what makes Akali really, since it's a very large range dash with a very short cooldown. You can only use this ability if you have an Essence of Shadow. You gain these 3 maximum at a time. You gain these over time or on kill or assist of the enemy champion. You can also dash through walls with this ability, provided you have sight of the enemy. And this is such an important ability to Akali, you should level it up whenever possible. Technically this video is a pretty bad example of gameplay, but it happens to show off a certain combo that you never ever see Akali execute, but if you can execute it, you'll be doing incredible damage. And as you can see here, Alistair blocks the Hadoken for me, but you can see Warwick has a Mark of the Assassin above his head. What I do is I throw another Mark of the Assassin at him, dash to him, activate the first one before the second one hits, and then the second one hits. If you can then activate the second mark, you'll do some ridiculous insane damage. This is a quick clip of how you can use your Twilight Shroud to successfully evade enemies and run away from them. And as you can see, the quickest way for me to get to safety is straight down, since that's where my teammates are. So I throw the shroud and make it look like I'm going downwards, but then just turn around and walk upwards, and the entire enemy team gets completely confused as to where I am, and completely fails to kill me. This video is an example of how to whittle someone's health down in lane, even before you're level 6 and you don't have a dash. And basically you can see the Twilight Shroud sort of forces Gangplank to stand away because he thinks I might be in there invisible. And whenever I walk up to him, he walks away because he knows I'll throw my Mark of the Assassin at him. He does start shooting me back though. And what I'm doing is I'm just repeatedly throwing Mark of the Assassins at him to get his health down low enough so I can eventually finish him off with a flash, ignite and attack. I know it's pretty fast, but basically I just flashed, attacked and ignited all at the same time and easily got the kill. You just have to whittle their health down to do this. Here we've got just a little clip of the amount of damage Akali can do to unsuspecting opponents. And Brand thinks he can kill me, but Akali's really silly burst damage manages to take him out very quickly. And I'm just going to kind of talk about your role in teamfights, which is generally to find a squishy target and then pick them off, choose them to attack. So say you see the carry in the back, let your team run in first. And let all the crowd control be used up on them, because you are going to be doing incredible amounts of damage. Even if you're kind of underfed, you can still do lots of damage as Akali. And you want to be able to focus on one target, which will most likely be the carry. If you can take out the carry, you can take out a lot of their damage as well. So wait for your team to go first, and then use the Shroud to disappear after you do your first combo on the carry. And you just kind of want to choose one target to attack. But as you can see here, this is just a very quick example of kind of the combo you do. And the general combo, throw the Mark of the Assassin, throw the Q at the enemy you want to attack, and then dash to them. Wait for it to actually hit them first before you dash, because if you throw it and then you dash straight away, you'll get to them before it hits and you will attack, and you won't mark the Q because it won't even be above their head yet. So here I throw it, then it hits, he flashes, but then I can just dash straight to him. But I make sure that it's hit before I dash and attack, because then the attack does loads of damage, as you can see there. And then you can also finish people off with your Q, because it's got such a short cooldown. If they're just fleeing, they think they can get away, you can just throw it and walk off, and you'll find that you'll get quite a nice kill, just like here. And this is what makes Akali so annoying, because she's so high damaging, and it's really, really annoying to catch. For Akali, runes are very important, and you'll probably want to get a special page just for her because of the way her passes work and how you want to activate both of those at level 1. For runes, I take 3 ability power quintessences, all armor seals or yellows, and I have 4 ability power blues, and the other 5 blues are of your choice. For me it's cooldowns because it's the ones I have left. I have 2 magic penetration marks and 7 attack damage reds. The reason for this is you get 6.6 physical damage, and combined with your masteries you get to 9.6, which then activates your first passive, and the ability power in total gives you 20, which then activates your second passive. For masteries on Akali I go 2190, and it's important to get the 3 points in brute force to get you that plus 3 attack damage. So like what I mentioned in the runes, you get 9.6 in total and activate your first passive. For items on Akali I start with boots and 3 potions, because you don't need to get any attack damage or ability power items to activate your passives, because your runes and masteries should cover this for you. On your first back you should be able to get a revolver and a ward, because Akali can get ganked pretty easily even with her shroud, because she can't dash to her friendly minions. Then get Mercury Treads, built into a Gunblade, then a Death Cap. Guardian Angel is very useful because of the resistances it gives, and if Akali does get focused, you'll die pretty fast without it. Rileys, I get it later in the game, because about this stage, people start to be able to have abilities to run away fast, and you need to be able to slow them to catch up. And then Lichbane, because you just deal incredible amounts of damage. The situational items are the Abyssal Scepter, which is useful if the enemy team has a lot of magic damage, but I don't normally get it. Void Staff if they're a very tanky team, because that magic penetration is very useful. And Banshee's Veil can sometimes help if someone throws a random stun at you, it might block it and enable you to continue killing the carry. Well then, that's just about it for my Akali guide. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below and I'll answer them for you. Thanks again.